Good evening, you guys. This is Hanifa and this is Kingswife Talk. Coming to you to this evening about some research that I did in reference to why women don't support other women. I know it's a lot of you that's probably going to be listening saying, I support, and you probably do. But guess what? There's a lot that don't. The reason why is a leadership thing. It's leadership, it's gender, it's emotional intelligence. There's so many reasons why. There's this one rule that a lot of people are not even aware of. It's called the power dead even rule. It's actually a term that was coined by Pat Heim with Hardball for Women. The power dead even rule. This is a rule that governs relationships, power, and self-esteem. For a healthy relationship to be possible between women, the self-esteem and the power of most must be in the eyes of each woman. Basically, what I'm saying is that whenever a woman and her friend, let's say friends, right? They grow up together. They go to the same school. They play the same sports. They both end up being on a cheerleader squad. However, one of them might excel and do a little bit better on the cheerleading squad. She might become captain. What that can do is it can throw the balance off because they're not even anymore. You get it? They're no longer even. One is a captain and one is just a team player. So now that bond that they had growing up where they were doing everything together is no longer the same. Now one of them is excelling over the other. So that can sometimes cause a big friction in the relationship and cause one of them to act kind of funny. And that's where you get to talking behind the back and backstabbing and doing all those type of different things. Now, this behavior is basically done subconsciously. A lot of women don't even know that this is a process that they're doing or that they've become accustomed to, because what they do is they're not cheering the other person on. So the other person, they notice it, but at the end of the day, what happens is that the relationship that they have, it basically plummets. Okay? Why is it a good reason to support other women? Let's take it like this. There's two different type of women. There's the women who need the support, and then there's also the women who have and go by what's called the queen bee effect. A lot of women who fall up underneath the category for the queen bee effect, sometimes they're not nurturing. They're not going to play and really tap into or really care about how you feel emotionally because they feel like if I can do it, she can do it too. So don't look to these women as a place where you can go to for comfort, because a lot of them are not going to be able to apply it to you. They're just going to be able to instruct you. Okay. I have been known to kind of have those traits, but I still have that caring and that nurturing in me. And that could be because I come from a big family. I'm the oldest of 10 children. So I have the nurturing side of me. So that's why you'll catch me supporting a lot of women. That's why, not just women, I support men as well. But I'm just saying I'm a supporter. But when it comes to things on a scale, I'm probably going to fall onto the queen bee side. You have those that do need that emotional attention. Those needs need to be met. And whenever you notice a person is like that, I would just say to go ahead and support them, because you want to make sure that you help people. The reason why I'm saying that is because the times that we're living in, you got to think about it, you guys. The rates of suicides are high. Job losses are high. People losing love relationships, that is very high, being single as a woman in this world. So we want to go ahead and try to support as many women as we can. I think that's going to be one of the best things that you can ever do. The crazy thing I learned while doing my research is that, you know who supports more than anything? The age group is the millennials. They support each other like no other. It actually gives me hope for the women in the future, because the millennials, they're really supportive. If you look at, once you get off this podcast and you get to looking around and you get to see, especially on social media, you'll see that they support each other a lot. Those ones that was born in the 2000s and the late 90s, oh my goodness, boy, do they support. And I think that's pretty cool. And watching that and seeing that and actually learning that in my research. Again, the reason why a lot of people need support is because people have new businesses that they're trying to get off the ground. People have families that they need to support. And not a lot of people can work a traditional 9 to 5. It's a lot of people who stay at home, moms that stay at home, and they have those little ones. And sometimes you cannot trust everybody with your little ones. And let's be honest, daycare is very, very expensive. So who in their right mind would want to support a mom who's trying to get her business off the ground? My hands up in the air. I want to support. But example of supporting. Let's go over that, because a lot of people don't know. They don't. It's not that they don't want to support. They just don't know what it involves. So say, for example, you see someone, she's selling shoes or what have you. Even if you don't know her and you see her flyer, you might not want a pair of the shoes, but hey, go ahead and share that flyer. Or if that person tags you on social media, just let the post stay up there. I notice a lot of times people hit untag or they hide it from their pages. Hey, don't do that. Go ahead and let those people try to get some help. Because especially if you're not trying to run your own business, I think it'll be kind of cool to watch somebody else excel. Plus, it can probably help somebody else and motivate them that might be on your timeline. You just never know. So, with that being said, again, the reason why a lot of women don't support other women is because a lot of time the power shift. Some women don't like to see other women with power. They actually hate it. They cringe. So what you can do is you can go ahead and break the cycle. Breaking the cycle is something that people have been doing for centuries. People have been doing this even in their families. For example, I've broken a lot of cycles in my family, and I'm really excited about it. A lot of people don't get a chance to break cycles because they're so stuck in them. They don't know how. So if you ever see a businesswoman, it doesn't matter the race of that businesswoman, but if you see her and you might think, wow, nobody's hitting like or commenting, let me do it. You be that one. You make the change. You be the one to set things apart, because guess what? Karma is something else. And you always want good karma coming back. You never want the bad. And that's why I always support people, no matter the cost. Because supporting and sharing things on social media, guess what? It's free. It costs you nothing. So in order to support a business and be able to give back to the community, let's make it right. If we want equality in this world as a woman, we have to stop and think, what if it was me? What would I do? I would want this post to be shared. Just trying to learn a new behavior is really awesome. Just trying to help someone is really awesome. Just trying to be the best you can be is really. So the best thing to do whenever you get time and you see somebody working hard and they're trying to get their stuff off the ground, go ahead and share that sister's post. Again, it doesn't matter what race that woman is. If you see a woman out there and you see she's trying, if you can, help her out. For example, K. Cole Edge Control. I love it. Missy is who I bought it from. She's pretty cool. I got this Edge Control for $13. At first I bought it just to support. Come to find out, I really like this Edge Control. I think it's pretty cool. So I'll always buy it because I'm one of those people that's a creature of habit. Yeah. If I find something and I like it, I'll continue to use it. That's just me. That's just like with a lot of women. Once we get into something and we like it, we get stuck, which is our prerogative. But on another note, a lot of people, you don't have to look at them as like, oh, they're haters, they're this, that. No, remember, this is being done subconsciously. So a lot of people don't even know that they're doing it. People can just see your post and see it and see it and see it and keep scrolling past. You know why? Because they're so used to not being supported, they don't even know how to support. And then you also got to think, it's a lot of people out here who don't care to start their own business. They're not even trying. So if you're out there and you're trying to start your own business and you feel like people are not trying to support, you definitely need to find a group of people who are on the same level as you. That's one thing I'm learning too. You got to have an even playing field. Because if you're a business owner and you're hanging out with people that don't own or operate a business, you have nothing in fucking common. So the best thing to do is to hang out with other business owners. The reason why is because you'll have something in common. You'll have something in common. You'll have someone to pick, to run ideas by and things like that. You need that when you're trying to run a business. But if you're looking to people who do not have anything going on, they're not going to support you. They don't even know how it feels to be supported. So of course they're going to see your post. It doesn't matter if you grew up with these people or not. They're not going to support you because they don't have anything to support. Think about it. But on another note, I hope everyone is staying safe due to this COVID-19. And I think it is really true that we're better off we're safer at home instead of being out there, because it's a jungle out there, you guys. It really is. We're really living in a time where we have to take life by the balls. If you don't do that, you'll perish. And that's one thing I do not want to see people do, is perish. With all due respect, make sure you love on one another, create perfect, great memories, and do what you need to do. This is Hanifa. I'm over and I'm out. Tune in next week. I want to go over the death of a significant other killed by violence in the streets. I think it's time people touch on that. A lot of people have no one to talk to about that, and they're out there trying to heal on their own. Let's do it together. How about it? Tune in next week, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Don't forget. Thanks again for listening to Kingswife Talk. Appreciate you. I don't think I'm gonna like it.